do it.
Sequel, guys.
Yeah. All right. So this is the show, The Sequel Guys. I'm Chris, and this is
Mike.
And we review sequels of movies, and today we're doing Ghostbusters 2.
Great movie.
Great movie. We watched it yesterday. Starts the first scene is the baby stroller rolling away and rolling all crazy or some shit.
Yeah, and all right, so that slime takes control of the baby stroller, and it's rolling around all crazy, like making it turn down the street and all that stuff. Now I wonder what's going on there. Is that the slime trying to bring Oscar to the museum?
Yeah, it didn't. It was just a chaotic.
Because it was just like trolling people essentially. Because it's just moving around, making people stop, and it makes that guy fall off his bike.
Yeah.
But then it's about to hit a bus, and I'm like, all right, well, why would you stop there? And then it stops. It's like, just have it hit the bus.
Freaking. Yeah, they leave a lot of like weird things where like you don't actually know like what the background is behind it, because it's just a crazy, you don't know what if it's a Vigo or just another random ghost.
Yeah.
I guess it does have to do with the baby. I guess it would have to be Vigo doing all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if the negative energy in the slime is separate or as Vigo is creating that. They never really like.
No, they leave a lot out. It is 5 years later. It's 5 years after the first Ghostbusters. That's what the intro they did too. And the Ghostbusters are in like the slumps. They're doing kids parties and shit, which is pretty funny.
Yep. Which, let me see, 5. No, I would have been too young then, but I would have fucking loved having a Ghostbusters come to my kids' party.
Yeah, that'd be dope as fuck.
That'd be so awesome.
They're a big thing with the kids, like the outfits. Everyone wore them for like Halloween and shit.
Oh yeah, I wore one less than 5 years ago. I wore a Halloween Ghostbusters.
Timeless, bro.
Yeah.
Proton pack.
Yep.
It's legit. Was it actually 5 years later? It was the sequel's at 89. I wonder what the first one was, 84.
Yeah, that's right.
So it is actually legitimately 5 years later.
And a lot happens in 5 years, because think about like Dana. She has a relationship with Venkman, which falls through. And then she gets married and has a kid, and then her relationship falls through again, like within 5 years.
Seems like a lot.
There's a lot of shit. Yeah, a lot happened there.
There's no I don't know. That's the word I'm looking for. Not solidarity. Something. Consistency. It's just like hectic life, switching lovers, having babies.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Dana.
Oh.
Yeah, she gets shirtless.
She did?
Well, she's like running the bath for Oscar, and then she takes off her top. So. Yeah, not completely naked. One thing I wanted to bring up.
Oh, we should timestamp the fucking the mild nudity. Just be like mild nudity at and then timestamp it like you can check this out here.
All right.
What are you saying?
It's kind of like the Mr. Skin, except it's just for people who don't want nudity. They just want like.
Oh yeah, someone already did that, right? Like for all the mild nudity scenes and all that.
Oh well, yeah, it's like it, but it's like not even nudity. It's just like that clothed.
Like here's a soft sex scene with like Jennifer Aniston. You don't see anything, but
yep,
that's funny. Yeah. Now I'm wishing I took some notes down. What's the story you were gonna tell me, or the idea?
Oh yeah. Alright, fuck. So I came up with an idea for a movie. The full title would be Ghostbusters 3: The Human Centipede 4.
Ghostbusters 3:
Yeah, like
inside like someone's like colon?
No, just like the the grammar like colon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like semicolon.
Yeah, kind of like a semicolon, but a full.
A full colon.
A full colon. Like, all right. So, have you seen Human Centipede?
Yes, of course.
You seen the second one?
Maybe. I don't think so.
You seen you just
saw
the first
sequel.
one? Yeah, we could do Human Centipede too. All right, so
Yes.
beginning of Human. Well, let me just recap it real quick. Beginning of Human Centipede 2, it's like this really freaky looking guy watching the end of Human Centipede 1. And then he.
Oh, is this the guy who like jerks off with
And
sandpaper
he
and shit?
jerks off with
Oh, I
sandpaper.
definitely seen
Yeah.
that. Spoilers.
So then he jerks off with sandpaper. But one
in
thing.
the fucking garage.
But you know what I was always wondering? They show the sandpaper, but it's in black and white. What grit do you think he was using?
Well, I mean, I imagine it's just very fine sandpaper.
Like 1500.
Yeah, 1500. Something you'd buff a car with. It's probably good for jerking off.
I think he might have started off with like some 1500 sandpaper, but this guy seemed like pro.
Built up a tolerance.
Oh yeah, this guy was going. I think I want to say like 400.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Maybe
ballsy.
even 220.
220? That's
maybe.
like rocks, bro.
I know it's like rocks, but this guy, he seemed up for the challenge. All right, so you're familiar with the beginning part of the movie where he watches the end of the first movie. So the movie's kind of like meta like that.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of Human Centipede 3, he's watching the end of Human Centipede 2.
Right.
And he gets the idea.
Same guy?
It's a different guy. This guy's a warden in a prison cell, and he gets the idea to put 100 people ass to mouth, all prisoners.
Nice.
Yeah, it is nice. All right, so here's the movie opens up with the end of Human Centipede 3.
Okay.
Except it's on a TV screen. Somebody's watching the TV screen. It's the Pope. And the Pope's watching it, and he's just watching it, enjoying it. He loves like all types of movies. And the cardinal comes in. He's like, Pope, we have a huge problem, Pope. And he's like, what is it, sir? What is it, my son? And he's like, oh no, the Jesus is coming back, the real Jesus.
Okay.
And so we don't know this, but the whole, like, when Jesus came back and he was the Messiah and all that stuff, it turns out that they just made all that up. And they were wrong about it, and but they did double down. They wrote like the New Testament, and they were just like, no, he's the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
So if the actual Jesus comes back, that would kind of suck for, Christianity and the Pope and everything, because then they're going to realize that a lot of the religion is a lie.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh no, like what, where is he? He's like, oh, he's not back yet. He's still like in his Holy Spirit form. He's like,
but he's coming back.
But he's definitely coming back. I got it on like good authority. Like, I don't know who he's been talking to, but somebody.
Okay.
So he's like, oh no, how are we gonna get rid of this guy? He's like, who are we gonna call? So now
I like where it's going.
Now you cut to Now you cut to a scene of the end of Human Centipede 3, and it's on a TV screen. Who's watching the TV screen? Slimer. Slimer's watching it. Peter Venkman walks in, because Venkman and Slimer are buddies, at least in the cartoon.
Yeah.
So Venkman walks in, played by Bill Murray, because he'll want to be in this one.
For sure.
He comes in, he's like, Slimer, you watching this again? And he's like, oh, Slimer love it. Slimer love Human Centipede. I don't know how Slimer talks, I forget. I think he talks like the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, it's
like,
probably something close to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the phone rings. They pick up. It's the Pope calling them. He has to get rid of the Holy Spirit. So now here you get like a lot of scenes of the getting the whole gang together. Like, hey, what's fucking Egon up to? What's Ray been up to? Let's get Winston out. So you can have a bunch of like funny scenes of what they're doing at, for the meanwhile, because by then the Ghostbusters have been like disbanded and stuff like that. This is like way later. Okay. So anyways, end of the movie, the Pope and Slimer actually become like really good friends.
Nice.
Throughout the movie. So the end of the movie happens, and they're trying to like capture Jesus. But then he's like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. These all three entities at the same time, and they're like trying to capture him.
They're trying to get him in the proton pack.
Yeah, they're trying to, but they can't, because it's just like, it's three entities, but it's one. It's like, if it was just one thing, then we could do it. Like, we could get it inside the trap and put it in the containment center, but we can't. It's just too powerful. Mm-hmm. So that's when the Pope and Slimer have an idea. They're like, oh well, our favorite movie. So what they do is they sew.
Pope and Slimer have so much in common.
They do have a lot in common. So they sew the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit all ass to mouth and make one. So they make a human centipede out of the three forms of the Trinity, And
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? And it ties in, like, why would you be showing all the human centipede stuff? So it works perfectly. So then, while it's one entity, it's like, oh, much easier. And then they put it inside the trap, and, they...
and they got him.
And they got him. Perfect, right?
It's a beautiful piece. You could get that one over to Spielberg, maybe.
Well, now I had one other idea that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but with this idea, we could sell it to Disney Plus, where, all right, so you watch, the movie ends, there's credits. Turns out all of that was on a TV screen the whole time. Who's watching the TV screen? Baby Yoda.
Someone's watching your movie on the TV screen?
Yeah, because that's
Baby
super
Yoda.
meta. Baby Yoda, so we can sell it to Disney Plus. And then Baby
Yoda
holds up a piece of sandpaper, and then like the screen goes black, and all you hear is.
It speeds up. That's pretty good. Yeah, any movie where people are getting sewed to each other's like mouth to asshole, you can pretty much just sign me up. Sew someone's mouth to their asshole.
There needs to be more movies where people will get sewed together.
It doesn't even have to be mouth to asshole all the time. Just sew like other weird parts. I don't know.
That could be I don't know. Even if you just sewed two people like finger to finger, that'd be interesting.
What about if you sewed like just like their butt cheeks together? Then like whenever they poop, they're just like pooping on each other.
Yeah.
Or they poop into each other.
Yep.
I don't know what the science of that would be, but I'm not a scientist. Mike, I can't.
You're talking out of your league then. Only scientists will do ass to ass like that.
Yeah, so Ghostbusters 2. So we had baby fucking Vito. That's the most interesting character, especially if you told me the lore of him.
Oh yeah, so they have like they go into his whole backstory. He's like
a real guy?
No, I don't think so.
I was hopeful.
He's like 105 years old, and this is all in the movie too. He's like, oh, he died when he was 105, and he's like, yeah, but it wasn't like old age. They like poison him and stab him and shoot him and like cut off his head or whatever. And while his head was still like alive somehow, he says that quote, it's like, death is but a door, time is but a window, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
It's definitely really cool. And they have him living in that painting, and he's like doing weird, the classic moving eyes painting thing while people are walking by being creepy.
Yeah, that smirk he gives Dana, and when she turns around, that like snarl smirk, that was fucking awesome.
Staring at that booty.
Yeah.
And then you have what the creepy fucking Dr. Yodish?
Janish?
Yeah, Janish or something. Yeah, it was cool.
Peter McNichol, I think his name is, plays him. Does friggin' awesome job. The guy who plays Vigo, I know he's just a painting for most of the movie.
But
he's a freaky looking dude.
The live action guy. I'll look him up now.
Oh, and the guy who does the voice is the guy who just recently passed, Max von Sydow.
Max von, and he was in Star something, right? Star Trek? The Max guy?
Max von Sydow, he was in
Star Wars.
I know he was in Game of Thrones. He was the Three-Eyed Raven.
Max von Sydow.
Oh yeah, it does look like he's in.
I'll put some pictures up for also while we're talking about it.
Oh, what's your
picture right here, maybe if I'm.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Enough.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have like the memes too, and I'll bring them up to show you the memes, but I'll also have them like pop up on the screen. This will be a nice. I'm glad there's a nice space here. Put them right there.
Yeah, well, we can't get too close because of
sexual tension. I know.
Well, sexual tension. I was gonna say coronavirus, but I'm glad the truth is.
What was I looking up? I got Zito and
You got Max von Sydow. Who plays Vigo?
Oh yeah. Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, and for the baby too, they pulled the Full House trick where they have the twins play
Twin babies as the
Yeah.
baby. But why would they need that? Is like, did one baby break down like midway through, or did like someone throw him out?
I don't know why. The baby that's in the carriage that's about to die in the first one, in the first scene, does look a little different than Oscar, the baby who's like standing on the ledge and everything. Because that Oscar has the fucking reddest nose I've ever seen. You've noticed that?
The baby?
The baby has the reddest nose in the world.
No, I didn't.
I think the baby's like drunk. Yeah, no, really. But I think that's why they had a backup, when they needed to, like a normal nose baby they had.
Yeah, they're like, this baby's nose is too fucking red, dude.
Wilhelm, what's the guy's name?
It's Wilhelm von Homburg is Vigo. This mean looking guy.
Right here. Wow, dude, that's a
look
scary
at
guy.
How wide the bridge of his nose is.
Yep.
That's a crazy looking dude.
Yo, that's some good casting right there.
Yeah, they literally just drew him.
Yeah.
Onto the Vigo thing. It's awesome. Wilhelm von Hamburg. Yeah, fucking Vigo, huh? Let's see what else. Oh, our boy gets laid with your honey chick.
Oh yeah. Janine.
Oh man.
She is like secret fine. Like in the first one, she's just straight up librarian.
Mm-hmm.
Like super strict. And then in the second one, she's just like slutty, and she got like her hair's different. She's got all ninesies up. Yeah, she got the boots. Yep.
I like boots for some reason. If a girl's wearing like a crazy like long boot, I'm like, damn, those are some boots. I don't know some real boots. Why. I just like long ass sexy like heel boots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, she's a sexy Velma type, and then what's his name smashed while they were babysitting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she feeds him French bread pizza. This is a baby. She feeds the baby French. She's like, I fed him some French bread pizza, and he passed right out.
Also, the mom walked in and like didn't have a huge issue like that they were fucking while.
Dude, that's because Dana's cool as shit.
Yeah, she's chill. No wonder Bill is all into her.
Yeah, and Bill's cool as shit too. So.
Yeah, he cracks me up. What's he doing now, Murray? I don't even know. He's not in really anything.
I think he just does Wes Anderson movies.
Wes Anderson?
I think so. Like, Wes Anderson's gonna do a movie, like Bill Murray would just be like, all right. He was in the two Garfields for some reason. I saw Rock the Casbah. He was in Rock the Casbah. I saw that. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
and Cheech is in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like who's like the random big names we saw. We saw another
Ben
one.
Stein.
Ben Stein, Cheech. The rest of the cast, like I don't know, like what else they were in. Like the main Ghostbuster guys. I feel like I didn't see them in a whole. I guess Bill Murray's just such a big star. He kind of overshadows them.
Yes. Well, Dan Aykroyd's a badass. He took Bill Murray's spot over in Caddyshack. So if we ever do Caddyshack 2.
Oh, which we will.
Yeah. He takes over. He plays Bill Murray's character, Dan Aykroyd. You ever see Dan Aykroyd's movie that he directed, Nothing But Trouble?
No.
That's crazy. It's so weird. But, like, Dan Aykroyd's a weird guy, so it makes sense. It has John Candy in it, Chevy Chase, and Demi Moore. It's good.
Yeah, what was the freaking Cheech doing? Cheech was just like...
He was like a longshoreman, or he was like a dock
He's a dock guy, and he saw... the Titanic. The Titanic showed up in the movie. Titanic cameo.
Yeah, he'd made the same face, but he was like, "Oh,"
like that was his. Oh man! I think that was his line.
Yeah. And then later, you saw him again when the Statue of Liberty walked across the water. They showed Cheech again.
That was dope. Yeah, and the Statue of Liberty makes an appearance, and she like threw her freaking torch onto the building or something. She did some gnarly stuff. She was like, whoa.
Yeah, she like winds up. Just...
It's badassery. Didn't they do something like that in another movie? I'm sure they have. The statue.
I don't want to like jump right to the ending, but you know what the ending reminded me of? You ever see the movie Elf?
Yeah.
You remember how like there's not enough like Christmas spirit, and the sleigh won't fly. So Zoe Deschanel starts singing like Christmas songs, and it gets like the Christmas spirit enough so that it'll fly.
Yeah, it's like the gas for the
Yeah, but that's kind of like what happens at the end of Ghostbusters 2.
Everyone sings and like.
Yeah, where there's so much negative energy, but everyone's singing Old Lang Syne and like hugging, and like all that positivity starts to affect Vigo. Like it influences his powers. That's why they were able to like.
So you're saying it's just a similar.
Yeah, it's like positive. It's like I think they're both New York, and it's like positivity, and it's both at the end of the movie, and it's people getting together singing songs and.
Yeah, nobody instructed them to start singing, right? None of the Ghostbusters were like, "Yo, everybody, start singing." They just kind of did it, didn't they?
Well, no one told them to, but that's why they got the Statue of Liberty, because they were like, "Oh, we need the symbol like that everyone loves. It's like a symbol of peace and hope." And
yeah, I needed to destroy this building so everyone sings.
Makes sense. Yeah, I guess they did it like that happened, and that was an unintended consequence.
Oh, let's talk about the like 1989 CGI of the river of.
I would say on a whole, the CGI in the movie or the special effects in that movie are awesome.
89 is really good. Besides when they drop.
Well, that's the one part that's not good at all. That part's real bad, actually.
But considering, it's still very
good. When they jump in that river of slime, they just like disappear, and there's no like reaction to the slime. It doesn't like ploop up or anything. They just kind of just disappear in it. So that's like the one. Whoever made the slime, they did an awesome job.
Yeah.
Because that's like crazy looking stuff. What parts? The Scoleri brothers that had good special effects.
Oh, the Scoleri brothers were great. Had a quick turnaround from the judge. Freaking.
The judge who we thought was a Murray.
Chair. Oh yeah, but he's not.
He's not.
There's another guy who looked like a Murray.
The other guy is definitely a Murray.
Yeah.
The guy who runs the psych ward. He's got to be a Murray. I'm almost 100%.
Wilhelm von Humberg. Ghostbusters 2 cast. Cheech Marin, doc supervisor.
It was a supervisor. They didn't even say that in the movie. Rick Moranis retired from writing or from acting.
Yeah, I think these are just like the bigger names. Oh, Brian Doyle Murray, psychiatrist. Yeah, this was the guy.
He's a Murray.
That guy.
Doyle Murray. Oh my God, I've never seen that guy old before.
That guy's face looks awesome.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a guy you just like fucking want to party with. Wow, I haven't seen that guy old.
Yeah, look at that's Murray right there.
Oh, he's a Groundhog's Day. Oh yeah, he's the mayor of Punxsutawney.
This guy?
Yeah. I always heard that in the movie Scrooged, all the Murray brothers in there. I think he has like 3 Murray brothers, and they're all in Scrooged.
And that's what I would do, man, if I had an opportunity like that. I'd be like, just check it. I'd get everybody in. Have my cousins.
That's what Sandler does. Like Sandler gets all of his friends in. Like all the Grandma's Boys cast.
Yeah, they're all in the same stuff all the time. Like in well, I don't know if they were friends beforehand, but in like what's the one I'm thinking of where he has like the kid, like Big Daddy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like all those, it's always the same guys. It's like Steve Buscemi is in all the Sandler movies. Little crazy eyes. What else? So CGI was good.
CGI. I like there's a couple lines. I wrote them down, but I forgot my list at home. But I like the line where they're talking to Egon, and he's like, wow, he has toys. You know, I didn't have toys as a kid. And he's like, we had part of a Slinky. But but I straightened it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just shuts off after like 25 minutes or so. But we're back. So he kicks down the door.
Yeah, he kicks down the door, like springs to action. And I was like, dude, I'm glad that this guy's on their side, you know?
Yeah, that shit is nuts to just run into a fire like that. My older brother did that. We had a fire in the old shop we used to work at in Norwalk, where we
Yeah.
were restoring furniture, and we had these like heaters to like dry like the paints, the finishes we would do, and one of them got like too close to like a mesh screen, and it just fucking lit the place up. And my brother just like, I just saw him grab like the fire extinguisher we had and like run into like a thing of like black smoke. And like I couldn't see him like after he like stepped a foot into the the basement. I was like, "Damn, what the fuck?"
Holy shit.
I was running out the door.
Yeah,
But
that's
he
what
put
I'd
the
be.
fire
Yeah,
out.
he did. Wow.
I was like, "Shit, Zach, I'm glad you're fucking here. This place would have burned the fuck down."
Oh my god. So your brother's the hero.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my god.
I was super like I was like, Zach, I didn't even know we had a fire extinguisher. So I just ran into some black smoke and put it on fire, and I was like, man, respect to that.
Yep.
And to Winston. Winston and my
Yep.
brother are the same person.
Yeah,
Basically.
I think so.
It would be cool if they got Eddie Murphy for that role, like you were saying, and they were trying to get Eddie for the first one too.
Yeah, he was supposed
Winston?
to be in the first one. I don't know what happened. I don't know enough about it, but there was like some kind of like he was gonna do it, but then he had to do Beverly Hills Cop for 2 or something. I don't know, something like he was tied up doing something.
Yeah, you think that would have like made it like an even bigger movie, like
Yeah,
just with him, because especially at that time, 89 Eddie
That's
Murphy.
Like pre Coming to America, or right around Coming to America.
Great movie. Is there a sequel to that?
I wish. Coming to America is awesome.
Yeah,
That movie's
super
great.
dope. Yeah, that would have made it. You got Murray and fucking Murray and Murphy. That'd have been nuts. Winston's good though. The guy who plays Winston.
Yeah, no, he does good. Oh, and then later too, Winston falls in the slime, and Egon and Ray, who are 2 scientists, you know, obviously they just had their life saved by Winston. They like plug their nose and jump right into the slime.
Yeah, where did they end up after they jumped in the slime?
It showed them later kicking up like a manhole cover.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and getting.
But they were like they jumped into the negativity slime and they were all like pissed off at each
Yeah,
other.
they're about
like,
to kill each other.
Kill you. Yeah. And then there was the positivity slime afterwards at the end of the movie. And then they all loved each other. Well, the guy Janish, like fell in it. Like, I love
him
you.
and Ray's like, I love you, man. Like they're all drunk on each other. That's good. I always liked the phrase manhole cover.
What is that?
Because manhole.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird.
There's like a you know, the gender neutral people get like pissed about that. Like, why's it gotta be manhole cover?
Oh, that's like one of their. I guess
That's one of their things.
Yeah, I would focus on so many other things before I got to manhole cover.
Yeah, there's why's it gotta be called that? You call it something else, like whatever. Gender neutral.
Person hole cover.
Gender neutral cover.
Gender neutral cover.
Or just a sewer cover, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it makes more sense, but you get to say
manhole.
You get to say manhole, which is
way more fun.
It's awesome.
Manhole cover.
Is there any way you want to end it?
Any way you want to like a sign off? Like look at the camera, fucking.
Yeah, we just we'll pretend to have a conversation. We both just go
What's the next
Lawnmower Man 2.
All right. So Mike, what's the next movie now? Okay.
Lawnmower Man 2. It's coming up, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. All right. So.
Have you seen Lawnmower Man?
No, I still didn't see the first one.
I don't remember. You know what? Lawnmower Man is. I didn't even know this when I was doing like a little bit of research into it. It's a Stephen King short story, or Stephen King like comic book.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does. The plot does seem like it could be a Stephen King thing, yeah. But he like hated it so much that he took his name off of it.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Did Stephen King take his name off of The Shining too when they made that? I know he was like pissed off at Kubrick because he wanted like all these things, and Kubrick's like, so anal retentive. He's like, no, we need this.
Hmm.
I don't
know.
Because if
I don't
you
know
look,
he
it
did or
just says
not.
The Shining. It doesn't say like Stephen King's The Shining.
No.
Like it
Well,
says,
yeah, he does have his name like right on top of everything.
yeah, it says Stephen King's It, Stephen King's The Stand.
Yeah, I wonder why he doesn't on some things. Like The Shining was amazing.
I don't know. I heard that there was like some bad blood between Stanley Kubrick and Stephen King.
I don't know. It's probably just pissed that he spells Steve with a PH or something.
Yeah, that would really get
Stephen.
Stephen.
It's got to be a V. I don't know. Something weird about Stephen with a PH.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Doesn't make sense and anyway, even if you're like PHL makes an F sound.
Yeah, it's like
not a V.
It's for like the PH is English doesn't make any damn sense, dude. PH is like for I don't know. It's not for Steven. Doesn't make sense phonetically to me. It's like Chris with a K. You didn't need to do that. Also, the H is kind of unnecessary. And Chris. I guess there's like a Chris. Mike is straight up MIKE, bro.
Yeah, but I'm one of those like Michaels on my birth certificate. MICHAEL.
Michael.
I think if you're planning on calling somebody Chris or Mike, just write that on the birth certificate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does yours say Christopher?
Yep, it's Christopher.
Yeah, just why not? Like, hey, everyone calls you Chris. I guess you don't really know going in like what they're gonna call you, whatever.
Yeah, names are funny. I wouldn't pick like normal names. A normal name for my kid. I'd have to like do like a weird name. I don't want to give another Chris or like a John to the world.
I probably wouldn't, but it really would matter how much my wife would let me have fun with it. Like I would let her. I would be like, hey, listen, you can do whatever you want for the first name. It's yours. I get the middle name. You can't say anything about it. Like the middle name is just mine, and you don't even get a yay or nay. You're gonna find out when you look at the birth certificate what it is.
Be Mike Jr. Vigo. You know Vigo's middle name.
Yeah, Vigo. Vigo would be a good first name.
Vigo would be a good first name. Yeah, it's after a 105-year-old guy. Fucking
yeah.
Ghostbusters.
I would sign my kid up for that life. 105 years of like being a genius magician.
Yeah.
Tyrant ruler and
then get slaughtered and stabbed and
burned. And you come back like 450 years later or whatever, 480 years later.
You gotta possess some babies.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty fulfilling, especially the whole first part's probably kick ass, you know, up until the stabbing. You get to like, I mean, I'm sure he's ruling the world and like, you know, fucking bitches and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally give him that Rasputin treatment where they kill the shit out of him and he doesn't like die right away. They did the same thing to.
Yeah. All right, so do you want to do a sign off? I'm so awkward about it. Like.
Yeah. Well, let's try some, and because obviously we're just testing the waters here.
Yeah, you know? Of course. So that was the review of Ghostbusters 2. Next week we'll be doing, which one is it?
Lawnmower Man 2.
Lawnmower Man 2. You have that one already?
It's coming on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Next week we're doing Lawnmower Man 2, and we'll see you guys then. Finger guns.